What's up guys, Eric from Sonic. Today we have a really cool looking car here. This is a new 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser and it's in the Heritage Blue FJ Cruiser color. Really cool. If I were to get one, this is the exact color that I would get one for myself. So I really like it. As you notice, it looks a little bit different here because it has some upgraded wheels. It has the Titan 7 T-AK2, and on top of that, it is wrapped in this really big tire size, a 285/70 18s. And if you round up, basically 35-inch tires, and it clears the factory suspension. The car is on factory suspension. It's not raised. It didn't do any cutting or body mount chop. It's all factory, guys, and there's no rubbing. It's pretty incredible. You try to fit that in one of the older vehicles, you're gonna have to do some cutting, you're gonna have to lift the vehicle and so forth, but off the shelf, straight from the dealership lot, you could fit one of these on and you don't have to worry about any rubbing. Really cool. And on top of that, if you didn't notice, I have something in my left hand here. Let me give you guys a closer look. It is the Encore Alpha Power Amplifier. It's all plug and play. We did a few videos on this already, but we're gonna do another one just because we love this product so much, and I know you guys do too. And we've been getting some hype about this, getting some new followings, and want to show you how it's done, how easy it is to install this. And at the same time, hopefully we'll be able to give you some idea of how much it improves your factory sound system. This car here has a JBL. Most of the Land Cruiser models all have the factory equipped JBL. The only one that doesn't have the JBL is a 1958 edition. Other than that, it all has JBL. So most likely, if you have a Land Cruiser, yours will have JBL. And adding this just sounds fantastic. So I'm gonna show you how easy it's done. And look how small this is. This is very compact here, all right? And on top of that, there's no custom work, there's no wiring, there's no splicing, there's no soldering, everything's plug and play. It comes with the plug and play harness. You don't see it here, I don't have it with my hand, but we do have it. It comes with the kit. And on top of that, you can have adjustment dials here for your gains. And as you can see here, there's some RCAs. A lot of people ask if it's for subwoofer out. It isn't, it's for audio input. So if you have any other high definition MP3 players, you can plug it directly in here and then get some really high quality audio in addition to what this amplifier offers. All right, so let's stop talking. Let's go in the car and let's install this piece. All right, guys, now that we're in the vehicle, let's get this started. What we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this center area here, and we're also going to remove this dash. And then after that, we are going to pop this open, remove the 4 10mm bolts under here, and then we're just gonna push this screen out towards me. So let me show you how that's done. This is, I believe, our third video. So if you already saw it, you can watch it again. So let's first remove this shift knob, push down on the shift boot. And to remove this shift knob here, there is a little pin here, lever. Just push it all the way to the left side, and then you could easily pull it out. All right, this is it right here. The little metal sticking out. All right, let's place this aside in a safe location where you won't get it damaged. Next, we will start removing this panel piece here. All right, okay, can't use a panel removal tool to assist. All right, or you can just use your finger, push it out towards this way. As you can see, these clips are facing inwards. Push this out, and the outside one, push back this way, okay? There it is. All right, next, let's also remove this and then this. So these are all just being held by clips. You can use a panel removal tool to assist, or you can just grab a corner and just pull it up. Okay, here it is. And let's observe the connectors under here. Just push down on the release, just pull it out. Okay. There it is. And next, let's remove this. So also being held by clips. Just pull it straight out. And there's one connector back here. Push down on release, pull it out. And there's another clip. There's another connector up on the front. Push down and then pull out. Okay. Just make sure to remember where everything goes to ensure that everything is reconnected when you reinstall everything. All right, so we got all those parts removed. Next, let's remove this metal piece here. So you can use a panel removal tool like this, put it in here and then pull it out, or you can just grab the corner and just pull it out as well. So before we pull this out, let's release the clips on the side panel here. Just place your panel removal tool here and just pry it out just like so. And then you place your finger here and just pull it out towards you. Okay, just work your way to the left, just being held by clips. All right, and once you get this out a certain amount, there's actually a clip that's still holding it, like a plastic clip. You're gonna need to use a tool. You can use a tool, something like this. And we're gonna go down under and then push it up. Okay, so you can look from the top, pull it a little bit. Okay, see, just line it up, push it up all the way. So here it is, this is what we did right here. All right, so let me work our way to the left side here. And you'll notice that this is holding it in. So we're gonna pop the panel here. Okay. All right. And then let's also remove that 10mm bolt. Where's my 10mm socket? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, I found it. All right, there it is. Okay, now it is ready to come out. Okay, let's pull it out. And there are connector or two. So one connector here, there's another connector on the bottom. Okay, hard to see. And another connect, and then there's a little clip here. I'll show it to you once I remove it. So as you can see, there are two connectors and there's also this clip. In order to remove this, there's a little release, push down on it and then pull it out. All right, next step, let's go up here. We're gonna remove that panel. We're gonna use a plastic panel removal tool. All right, and if you like, you can also use some blue tape here just to protect the dash. Okay, so work your way all the way around. Alright, let's remove this panel. Then let's remove these 4 10mm bolts. All right, once we got those 4 10mm bolts out, grab a thick towel, place it right under here, and we are going to pull this out. Okay, so grab a hold of the radio and just push it towards you. Pop right out. There it is. Okay, just bring it out forward. We'll let it sit here, and the area where the amp is gonna go in is just gonna go straight back here. There's some space, but to make a little bit more room, we are going to relocate this connector there from there to the right. Okay, so before we do that, let's remove this top speaker here. It's being held by two 10mm bolts. Okay, and let's disconnect this connector right here. Just press on the release and just pull it out. All right. Okay, and next let's remove this clip. Just push down on these little clips that are holding it. Okay, there it is. And we're going to relocate it down here. Just like that. All right. And that will give us enough room to mount our amp. Okay, and it will mount behind here. Just move that plastic piece up a little bit. And we'll double side tape up there. It will be held in place with a double side tape all the way at the top edge. And this is how we will fit it. All right, so we are ready to install this. Before we do so, we are going to change the gain. The rear will remain at 12 o'clock, that's the default. The front will turn up just a little bit to 2 o'clock. As you can see over here, that is the optimal setting based on all the tests that we've done before. So we'll do that. All right, then let's grab our plug and play harness. I'll tell you exactly where it needs to connect. Don't make a mistake here because we have customers that make mistake to where to connect all the time and it causes problems, the amp doesn't work. So we'll first disconnect these two connectors on the top, press down on the release tab, and then pull out on the connector. All right, and these two are the connectors we're going to work on. It's all the way to the right side of the radio if you're looking down. The same connector will fit all the way to the left. Never connect there, okay? It's going to be these two right here once again. So let me disconnect these. Okay. The release tab is in the inside of the connector. Just take note of that. All right, so let's connect this. This is all plug and play. Push until you hear that clicking sound on both sides. All right, and next let's connect this black connector. And once again, you're listening for that clicking sound. Okay, and we have this ground wire that we want to ground. We're going to ground it to the side of the radio. One of these, use an 8mm socket. Okay. So pick this. You don't need to disconnect it. You don't need to loosen it all the way, just enough to fit the ring terminal. Looks good. Here are the connectors that are left, and let's connect to these two openings on the amplifier. All right, terrific. Okay, so we're just gonna mount it all the way up here, and double-sided tape contact point is gonna be on this right here. So we're gonna lay a strip of it up there and mount the amplifier on that location. All right, so we're gonna mount this this way. Earlier I showed you installing it this way when I was test fitting it. It's actually gonna go sideways right here. So we are going to apply the double-sided tape here, or you can apply it directly on there and then place the amp on there, whichever way you think is easier. So this double-sided tape comes included in the kit. There's 2 strips of them. So if you mess up, you have a second chance. You can put it this way, or you can put it the other way. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. is. All right. Okay, there it is. Very, very secure. It's not gonna go anywhere. And when you're organizing the wires, be careful with this yellow connector here. There's a bullet connector connected to it. Just make sure it's really tight. This is a live 12-volt wire cable, and just make sure it doesn't touch anything if it accidentally becomes loose. All right. And then push these, and then let's organize all our cabling, because we want to have some extra cables here. Okay, make sure you don't lose the upper speaker connector. I'm gonna leave this up here, okay, when you push the radio back in. All right. Terrific. Now let's reconnect the top speaker. All right. And let's also reconnect the other 4 10mm bolts. We will finger tighten it in the beginning, and then we'll go over it with our power tool. All right, and let me continue on with reverse ordering everything else we did. Okay, so before we put this center piece back on, we want to make sure the bottom part of the center piece goes under these panels here. Okay, so in order to do that, we do have to remove some parts. Let's remove this panel here. You can use a panel removal tool to assist. Okay, so you can use a panel removal tool to remove this piece here. Okay. All right, there it is. And then let's remove this part. Just one clip, but it's so stubborn. Okay. All right, it's just this one clip here. It's a bit stubborn to get out, but you can do so with some panel removal tools. And let's pull this out. And then let's pull this out. All right, and that is enough for us to put back our centerpiece. Here it is. And just be careful not to forget to connect all the connectors. There's 2 connectors here. One here, one up here. And while you're doing all these connections, careful not to scratch it with this by hitting the shift rod. The shift, what do you call that? Rod? Shifter, by hitting the shifter.
Shift knob.
No, but the knob's not there.
Shift.
And then let's reconnect this clip.
Shaft.
Nah, I don't like that word. And let's pull this panel piece a little forward. Fit it back here. Okay, just make sure everything's lining up. All right. Okay, terrific. Push all that piece back. Okay, and let's reconnect this bottom panel. All right, and let's start putting back the side pieces over here as well. And I put this back, so let's reconnect this piece. Make sure all the guides are fitting, or make sure all the guides are lined up. There it is. All right, so when we pull this out, it came out in 2 pieces, but you can definitely remove it as 1 piece. So as you can see, just look down here. This panel is behind this centerpiece. That's how you want it to be. All right, and let's continue on. Don't forget to screw the 10mm bolt back on there. Right. Then let's continue on. The frick? What's wrong with me? That's what happens if you don't get no sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get blamed for everything, and I blame another thing for everything. Everyone's always pointing fingers.
I didn't blame you for nothing.
No, they didn't blame me for anything. Just saying someone else did. At the end, it's all about getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
That's the moral of the story. Get enough sleep.
Then you get the final sleep
Yeah.
when you're old enough.
Yeah.
Sleep forever.
That's the deepest sleep you'll ever get. Final destination. Remember that? Why they stop making them? Well, they could make another 10. I gotta make sure I hear a beep when I push this continue. Okay, we're good. Alright, we're good. Alright, we're good. Alright guys, well that concludes our installation and our demonstration of our Encore Alpha power amplifier on this 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser with JBL. And as expected guys, it makes a huge difference. You'll love it, I guarantee it. You have a Land Cruiser, give it a try. It's in stock, you can purchase it right away and ship it out right away as well. And on top of that, if you guys have any questions, leave a comment below, or you can email us at info@bsonicusa.com. We have a full team waiting to serve you. And on top of that, we are also here for any tech support or any sort of installation support if needed. All right guys, I'm gonna conclude this video. But before I do that, if you haven't yet, help us by liking, giving us that thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.